Shalom. All praise, honor, glory, power unto the Most High, the living God, Yahweh, Son Yahawashi, Hashem Rakakadash, Shalom, all praise, Shalom to all the brothers out there, Shalom to all the kings, Shalom to all the elders, all the brothers and sisters, scattered throughout the focus of this earth, doing the work of the Most High, risking your life, risking your freedom. This is the brother Frankie. Shalom to you. Peace, 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 peace. In the name of the Lord. Continue the good fight. As you all can see, you know, this is Jacob trouble, right? Jacob trouble. Jacob trouble. Yeah, everything's getting like, kind of like, it's getting complicated, right? Slowly. So this is the main reason why we got to come out here. We got to go on the highway, on the byway, and beat the people to the wedding, right? That's what the Most High say. Right, so without any further ado, I'm going to read this precept right here quick. I'm going to go to the book of Isaiah chapter 8 and verse 20. I'm going to go to Isaiah 8 and 20. This is what we got to do as a nation. As a nation, this is what the Most High requires that we do. This is the book of Isaiah chapter 8 verse 20. Bear with me. It's windy out here, man. Super cold and windy. So this is the book of Isaiah chapter 8 verse 20. He said, to the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word, it is because there's no light in them. So that's the main thing. The people that don't understand, man. The people that don't understand. You know, people that want to come out with their vain opinion, they want to talk about their feelings, how they feel, this and that. But they don't want to go to the Most High. They don't want to go to the word of the Most High. They don't want to give glory unto the Most High, the living God. And we understand, like, all this is due to what? Man doctrine, doctrine of devils. And that's what you see on the earth. So let's go in the book of 1 Peter chapter 4. 1 Peter 4:11. Let's go over there quick. Let's go to the book of 1 Peter 4:11. Let's go over there. So, this is the book of 1 Peter. 1 Peter 4:11. This is the book of 1 Peter chapter 4 verses 11. He said, if any man speak, let him speak as the oracle of Yahweh power. If any man minister, let him do it as the ability which Yahweh giveth, that Yahweh in all things may be glorified through Yahawashi HaMashiach, to whom be praise and dominion forever and ever. Amen. Hallelujah. You know, that's the main thing, man. We can't just stay right here and talk our vain opinion, you know, all this foolishness, man. We can't do that, man. The Most High command that we go onto the word. We got to go to the word of the Most High. We got to make sure we're coming out with the word of the Most High. Not our opinion, right? Let's go right here. This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 6 and verses 10. Because this battle that we're doing is not physical, it's spiritual warfare, right? We ain't got to take no gun, no weapon fighting, but we ain't got to do that. We ain't got to do that. This is our weapon right here. The Bible is our weapon. And that's what the people scared of. The people scared of the truth. See what I'm saying? The people they're scared of the truth. When you bring out the truth, the people they're scared. People getting caught. They're getting emotional. Things like that, right? People, they don't want to be rebuked. They don't want to be like exposed. That's the main thing. And this is the main reason why we got to go out there on the highway, on the byway, you know, social media to warn our people to let them know that we're living in a lot of time, man. We're living in a lot of time. It's about to get really, really bad out here, man. People don't believe it. A lot of people gonna get caught up, man. Because Yahawashi, what he said we gotta watch therefore, man. He said, blessed that, you know, steward that will be watching when his master return, man. It's important. We gotta be watching. So our battle is not physical, it's spiritual, right? Against the power that be, against the wicked, the rebellious of our people, against those that are called or known today, so-called blacks, Latino, and Native Indian, man. We got to rebuke them, we got to let them know, man, this is a lot of time. We're living in a very, very evil time right now. So this is the book of Ephesians chapter 6 and verses 10. It said, finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. That's what we got to do, man. That's what the Most High is asking every one of us, right? He said, finally, my brethren, this is Paul talking to the Jew that was at Ephesians, right? The Ephesians, these were Jews, right? He said, finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. put on the whole armor of Yahweh, that ye may be able to stand against the wile of the devil. So the wicked, right? The wicked, there's so many devils, man, so many wicked throughout the fucking of this earth, man. From the north to the south, east to west, there's a lot of devils, man. There's a lot of wicked out there. So this is the main reason why we got to study, we got to be ready, we got to know. We got to be always ready. This is our weapon right here. This is our weapon, the Bible. The Bible, okay? He said, put on the whole armor of Yahweh, that ye may be able to stand against the wile of the devil. So somebody trying to deceive you, lie to you, your brother, your mother, your sister, your cousin, your boss, politician, you name it, man. You know already because you study the word of the Most High. You ready? You see what I'm saying? So you got to keep that in mind. He said, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principality, against power, against the ruler of the darkness of this world. You see? Who rule this world? We'll bring it out. We'll go to the book of Job, chapter 9, verse 24 here. Job 9:24. We're going to go over it. He said, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principality, against power, against the ruler of the darkness of this world, against spiritual weakness in high places. High places, right? High places. All these offices, the social service, right? The White House, the Congress, the police station, all these places where they're plotting weakness, where they're plotting evil, right? That's what we do, man. He said, wherefore, take unto you the whole armor of Yahweh power, that ye may be able to stand in the evil day. So when the evil comes that day, you'll be able to stand, man. Why? Because you believe and you trust in the Most High, the living God Yahweh, right? Let's keep it up. He said, wherefore take unto you the whole armor of God, that we may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand. You see, we got to be able to stand, man. How can we stand? Through the word of the Most High, through Yahawashi Mashiach, right? Okay, verse 14, he says, stand therefore having your loin girded and bow with the truth. What is the truth? Let's go. Let's see what Yahawashi say, man. Let's see what Yahawashi say, right? Let's go right here. This is the book of John, chapter 8. Let's go right here. Bear with me, okay? We'll be right back again at it. It's cold out here, man. Super cold out here. It's cold and windy also. So this is the book of John. This is the book of John, chapter 8, verses 31 through 32. Then said Yahawashi to those Jews which believe on him. So only those that believe in him. Because not all of our people that believe in the Most High. Not all of our people believe in Yahawashi Mashiach. Right? And he said, then said Yahawashi to those Jews which believe on him, if you continue in my word, then are ye my disciple indeed. So you can't just run your mouth. You can't just run your mouth constantly. You can't just lie. You say, oh, okay, you go to the church on the Sunday, you worship the sun, right? That's not about the Most High. Okay? You got to prove the Most High, because the Most High is the man of He is the God of action. Action are more valuable, are more weight than all things, man. You got to prove it, right? He said, and ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. So the only way a man or a woman can be free is only and only if you know the truth. But until you know the truth, guess what? You ain't no free, buddy. Because the truth will set you free. So you won't be what? Slave of sin. Right? You won't be always sinning against the Most High. Right? So that's what the Most High is letting us know right here. Right? We don't want to be what? Slave of the sin, right? We don't want to do that. This is the main reason why we got to get ready and make sure that, okay, we're studying, we're going through the Bible, we're learning the law, the commandment, the statute, the judgment, things like that, so we can be able to address our own nation. If there be any issue, that's what we got to do, right? He said, and ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make ye free. So when we go in the book of Psalm right here, let's go in the book of Psalm, right? Let's go in the book of Psalm quick. Let's go in the book of Psalm. We'll go in the book of Psalm quick. It's super windy right here, man. Windy in this joint. Right. Let's go in the book of Psalm 119 and 142, right? Let's go to Psalm 119 and 142, right? This is the book of Psalm, chapter 119 and 142. Psalm 119 and 142. Okay, let's read it. This is the book of Psalm 119 and 142. 119 and 142. This is the book of Psalm, chapter 119 and 142. And it said that righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and the law is the truth. So the law of the Most High is the truth. And that's why a lot of people don't want to hear. They don't want to hear the truth. They're looking for lies, deception, sweet thing. Like they want you to deceive them. That's what most people are looking for. Right? They're looking for sweet things, man. Tell me smoke thing, man. That's what they're looking for, right? So let's go back to the book of Ephesians chapter 6, right? And we'll continue verse 14. It says, stand therefore having your loin girded about with truth. With what? The law of the commandment. The law of the commandment. Okay? He said, let's continue. He said, and having on the breastplate of righteousness. I just read it in the book of Psalm 119, 142. And your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. You see? The gospel of peace. Unto who? Unto the righteous. Unto those that keep the law, the commandment of the Most High. Okay. Let's continue. He said, above all, taking the shield of faith. We gotta have faith. We gotta continue to do this work. As long as we live it, we gotta continue to do this work. Right? He said, above all, taking the shield of the faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all fiery darts of the wicked. So it's with the Bible we'll be able to cast onto the ground all the lie, the deception, all those lies, all this foolishness that we were taught. That's the only way, with the Bible. Because the word of the Most High is a double-edged sword, man. The word of the Most High, when you go to Hebrew 4:12, the Most High is word is a double-edged sword, man. It can, destroy, body, spirit, soul, all things, man. This is the main reason why we got to study. We got to get ready all the time, right? What did the Most High say? Let's see. It said, above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith we shall be able to quench all the fiery dart of the wicked. So we know the wicked, right? They come up with doctrine of devils, man's doctrine, right? Religion, all type of, philosophy, things that are contrary to the sound doctrine. The thing that are against the Most High, the lie, they call us black. You see what I'm saying? For example, they'll get up and say, well, oh, okay, February is the Black History Month. That's an insult right there. That's a pure insult right there. For you to get up and tell a race of people, a race of the whole people, tell them, well, that February is the month of the history, right? That's like weakness right there, right? That's weakness right there. That's the work of the devil. That's the work of the wicked, right? But we do understand that the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, right? The earth is given into the hand of the wicked, right? Who's running the earth? The wicked, right? The wicked is the one running the earth. We do understand. This is the main reason why we got to study and be ready all the time. We got to study and be ready all the time. Because the wicked, they're plotting while we're sleeping. While we go to sleep, they're sitting in offices, the places, high places, man, and they're plotting against the children of the Most High. They're plotting against the so-called blacks, Latino, and Native all day long. They're plotting against the hidden one of the Most High, right? They're doing everything, what they can do to destroy us from the face of the earth, right? And this is the main reason why we're coming out here warning the people, letting them know. Whether they want to hear, whether they want to forbear, we got to let them know, we got to warn them, right? He said, to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked. You see, right? That we mean? It's so winning right here. Okay, the wicked, right? Right. That's the only way, right? That's the only way. So let's read it. Because the wicked, right? They're born straight from the womb, right? Let's go to the book of Psalm quick. Right. Actually, let's go to Job 9:24, right? Let's go to the book of Job, chapter 9, verse 24. Right? This is the book of Job. Job 9 and verse 24. This is the book of Job, chapter 9 and verse 24. He said, this is the book of Job, chapter 9, verse 24. The earth is given unto the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Because guess what? When you go in the Bible, there is a book that is dedicated. It's called what? The book of the judges. These judges, they were Israelites. They were the so-called black, Latino, and native Indian. Today, we are not the judge of the earth anymore. Our enemy, they're the judge of the earth. They decide which country they're going to attack, which country they're going to put among the third world country, you know, whatever, which country will be part of the G7, G20, NATO, whatever. Hey, because guess what? We sin against the Most High. We sin against the Most High. As the nation, we sin against the Most High. Therefore, the Most High, He's correcting us. He's correcting us. We deserve it. Don't we deserve it? Yes, we do deserve it. We deserve it. Unto us, what? Confusion of faces. The Most High is righteous all day long, 24/7. The Almighty, the living God, power above all things, right? Let's keep that in mind. So the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. So the wicked is the one ruling the earth, right? Let's go also right here. Let's go in the book of Psalm, right? Let's go in the book of Psalm. As you can hear, it's super windy right here, man. Let's go in the book of Psalm chapter 58, man. Let's go to Psalm 58. Let's go to Psalm 58. Let's go to Psalm 58. This is the book of Psalm chapter 58 and verses 1 through 3. He said, do ye indeed speak righteousness, O congregation? Do ye judge uprightly, O ye son of man? That's the question the Most High is asking. Do we judge righteously? Do we judge according to the Bible? Right? He said, yea, ye work wickedness, ye wear the violence of your hand in the earth. And that's all you see, man. Violence throughout the whole earth. North to south, west to east. All you see on the earth was violence, weakness. That's what you see. Ain't nobody, they ain't got no time for the Most High. Nobody want to do righteousness. They want to talk about the emotion, family, oh, my friend. Oh, you know, Lord, no, don't, you know. That's what they be saying all day long. Because no one wants to be corrected. They don't want to be corrected. They don't like the truth. They hate the truth. People, they hate God. They're hypocrites. Right? Let's see. He said, ye wear the violence of your hand in the earth. He said, the wicked are strayed from the womb. They go stray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. So what do? The wicked, they be speaking lies as soon as they be born. They be speaking lies. Right? They be speaking lies. They say we were made from what? They say we are Homo sapiens sapiens. That we came from the Big Bang Theory. Who said that? The wicked. They were born to be a liar, to be wicked on the earth, point blank period. They say black people, so-called black people, right? So-called black people, our history is only in the month of February. That's right there. That's an insult. First of all, they call us black. Are we black? We ain't no black, buddy. Right? So this ain't gonna change unless we do our own change, our own people. We gotta study. We gotta stand for righteousness. We gotta stand for the law, the commandment of the Most High. Then the Most High will fight for us. We ain't gotta fight. All we gotta do is to defend the truth, man. We gotta defend the law, the commandment of the Most High. Then the Most High will fight for us. Then the Most High will fight for us. That's the Most High. That's the Most High. We gotta strive for the truth until what? Death. Then the Most High shall fight for us. Is it February our history month? No, that's a lie. Our history has been all day long, since Adam until this very last day. Okay? The greatest work, the greatest writing that you see on this earth today is the Bible. Who wrote the Bible? The so-called blacks, the so-called Latino and Native. The Bible is our book. It's a book of history of our nation, the history of our forefathers. But they say our history starts where? In slavery, right? But guess what? All the work, all the ruling that we, all this power we used to control, to do back in those days, what happened to them? They tossed it in the trash. They say, listen, we'll give you February. But which one is the month? Which one would they give to Edomite and to the other nation? How come they don't tell? How come they don't tell the other nation which month is the month of their history? How come they don't tell the Ishmaelite, the Moabite, the Ammonite? How come they don't tell the Edomite which month is the history, is the month of the history? Which month? But it's only to the so-called black. We're the only one, man. We're the only one that, you know, we've been looked down upon by all the nation. And nothing you can do about it. Right? This is the main reason why we be telling you, man. Wake up. Wake the hell up. Wake the hell up. Seek the truth. Keep the law, the commandment of the Most High. Because this is a high time, man. This is the time to wake up out of sleep. Because Jacob is in deep sleep right now, man. The Most High has given us what? A spirit of slumber. Why? Because of iniquity. Because of rebellion. Because of sin. Because of unrighteous dealing. And that's the main thing that's going on among our people. We're killing our baby every day. Abortion clinics are popping up everywhere. Drugs, getting high, all type of weakness that's here from our people. They won't do righteousness. They don't want to do righteousness. This is the main reason why the Most High, He's about to come down to earth and cut off the 2/3 of our people, man. 2/3 of our people gonna go. Especially the unbeliever, the rebellious, those that are witches, liars, whoremongers, things like that, they're gonna be gone, man. Right? He said the wicked are straying from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born speaking lie. So in February, the month of the history of the so-called black people, really? Wow. All praise to the Most High. So throughout everything, all the work that we've done, our forefathers ruled Europe for a while before they were overthrown by who? By Esau. Right? We taught them so much thing, man. But today, guess what? They say our history just in the month of February. Why? Because we got a lot of wicked of our people that drinking with the enemy to hide the truth. The Bible is our history, man. The Bible is our heritage. The way we're supposed to dress up, the way we're supposed to eat, the way we're supposed to condone ourselves. It's all written in the Bible. This is our heritage. This is our history book right here. This is the history book of the so-called blacks, Latino, and native. But our people don't believe it. That won't happen, man. Rebellion. Stiff-neck. That's what you see all day long, right? Let's go right here. So we'll finish that Ephesians, man. Mighty and powerful Ephesians, man. Ephesians chapter 6. Paul, he was on fire, man. Paul is on fire. You know? Paul is on fire. Let's see what Paul got to say again. What was the Most High telling Paul to let our forefathers? You see, this is our history. The Ephesians, they were Negro, they were Jews, living where? In the region called Ephes. Right, let's go right here. This is the book of Ephesians chapter 6 and verse 17. And take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of God, the word of power, Yahweh. Let's go over here, man. Let's go right here, man. Let's go to the book of Hebrew, man. Let's go to Hebrew chapter 4 and verse 12. Let's go to Hebrew 4 and 12, right? Let's see. This is the book of Hebrew, chapter 4 and verses 12, right? This is the book of Hebrew, chapter 4 and verses 12. It said, for the word of Yahweh power is quick and powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit, and of the joint and marrow, and is a discerner of the thought and the intent of the heart. Neither is there any creature that is not manifest in his sight, but all things are naked and open unto the eyes of him with whom we have to do. That's why they don't understand, man. This is mighty right here. The word of the Most High is powerful. The word of the Most High is powerful. The word of the Most High destroy, man. Some people hear the word of the Most High, they can have a heart attack and die. Some people can just hear the word of the Most High and they just lose their mind. Okay, let's keep that in mind. Let's go back to Ephesians chapter 6 and let's read it. Ephesians chapter 6 and verses 17. He said, and take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of Yahweh, praying always with all prayer and supplication in the Spirit, and watching down to with all perseverance and supplication for all saints. So all the brothers, that's what we always got to pray for our brother. We always got to pray for all the elders, the soldier out there, the bishop, Any of our people, all the Israelites out there doing the work of the Most High, we got to pray for them. We got to pray for each other, for one another. We got to pray for one another, right? We got to make sure when we pray for each other, for our nation. We got to pray for the elect. Those that keep the law, the commandment of the Most High on the daily, we got to pray for them. That's what the Most High is saying. Let's see what we got to do. He said, and for me, that utterance may be given unto me, that I may open my mouth boldly to make known the mystery of the gospel. You see, that's what Paul said. The mystery of the gospel, the word of the Most High, right? The word of the Most High is a mystery. People read it, they don't understand. They're blind. People don't know. Listen, you can break it down. They don't get it. Why? Because they're living in the midst of sin, right? Iniquity, man. Let's see what the Most High said. He said, for which I am an ambassador in bonds, that therein I may speak boldly as I ought to speak, but that ye also may know that my affairs and how I do, Titus, a beloved brother and faithful minister in the law, shall make known to you all things, whom I have sent unto you for the same purpose, that ye might know our affairs, and that he might comfort your heart. Peace be to the brethren, and love with faith from Yahweh, the Father, and the Lord Yahawashi HaMashiach. Grace be with all them that love our Lord Yahawashi HaMashiach in sincerity. Amen. Hallelujah. That's the thing, man. Because you got a lot of hypocrites out there, man. A lot of hypocrites. They hate the Most High. They hate God. They use their mouth. They use their mouth to say they know God. They know Jesus. They do nothing that the Most High said to do. They don't even want to keep, not even the basic commandment. They don't even keep it. Let's go right here. Let's go right here. This is what we're supposed to be doing. The so-called blacks, Latino, and Native Indian, this is our duty, man. On the earth, this is what we're supposed to be doing. This is what we're supposed to be doing on the earth. This is our duty on the earth. Let's go in the book of Ecclesiastes. All right, let's go over there quick. This is the book of Ecclesiastes. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, and verse 13 through 14. This is the whole duty of the so-called black man, the so-called Latino man, the so-called Native Indian, or Sumerian, according to your father, number 180. These are our duty, man. He said, this is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, verse 13 through 14. He said, let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God, Yahweh, and keep his commandment. For this is the whole duty of men. For Yahweh power shall bring every work into judgment, with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil. Alright, that's what the Most High is asking us, man. The so-called blacks, Latino, and Native Indian, that's what the Most High requires of us, man. Is to keep the commandment. We got to keep the commandment of the Most High. Right? So keep in mind, there is no time to play game with the Most High. The game you play, you keep that game with your father, your mama. Keep that game with your own self. But you can't bring that to the Most High. Okay, keep that in mind. So with that, we give all honor, praises, glory, power to the Most High, the living God, Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua, Hashem, Rakatadash, Shalom, Shalom, Shalom.